The styling of the Senna, similar to that of the Enzo that appeared 15 years back, is more merciless than wonderful, the consequence of the Auto's central goal for uncompromised execution and the resulting requirement for streamlined productivity. The potential way of each air particle ignoring its numerous surfaces has been deliberately considered, from additional conservative radiators in the nose to the need to coordinate clean wind current over the huge back wing, underhung from its backings like a continuance racers and with an aggregate surface zone of 1007 square crawls over its different components. Like the Ford GT, the Senna will dig into an additional low race mode to lessen drag and increment air grasp further, the drop of almost 2 inches putting the highest points of the back wheels inside the curves. The wing can tilt forward to expand downforce or in reverse to remove its fundamental component from the wind current to enhance speed in a straight line. There additionally are 2 mobile folds inside the air admissions on the 2 sides of the front guard that will be utilized to increment or abate and streamlined hold at the front and keep the auto in adjust. McLaren is remaining demure about the correct downforce numbers. When we attempted to talk about the generous burdens that the brawny wing underpins are unmistakably intended to deal with, vehicle line chief Andy Palmer, no connection to the Aston Martin CEO of a similar name, demonstrated no obvious difference when we hypothesized that the pinnacle figure could well be more prominent than the heaviness of the auto itself. This may be the main road-going auto to brag the hypothetical capacity of driving on the roof. Interestingly, with the radicalism wherever else, the inside offers the absolute minimum. The seats are minimal more than cushioning on lightweight edges, they can be measured for singular drivers, while the controls have been pared down to only a focal touchscreen. The motor began catching the discharges for the 2 best pivoted entryways are found overhead. A compartment behind the seats sufficiently enormous for 2 dashing head protectors and suits constitutes the total of the baggage convenience. The side windows are part and highlight settled upper boards with an inset partition that opens, like those on the McLaren F1. And the Subaru SVX and the DeLorean DMC-12. The Auto McLaren demonstrated us likewise included extra settled glass beneath the beltline to expand pinnacle spotting openings on the track. Glass measures more than carbon fiber, even the lightweight, cell phone right glass that McLaren has spec'd, so these really convey a weight punishment. Getting the lightest conceivable Senna will mean losing the extra perceivability gave by the lower windows and requesting carbon boards in their stead, and in addition prior the lightweight sound framework and the glass parcel between the traveler compartment and the mid-mounted motor inlet. Other weight-sparing measures have been led with the picky steadiness of the genuinely fixated. Likewise with each McLaren street auto, the Senna's undercarriage utilizes carbon fiber hub. This one is known as the Monocage 3 and is in charge of 40 pounds of spared mass over the past Monocage 2. The motor still mounts to an aluminum substructure and there is an incomplete metal crash structure in advance. However, relatively every other piece of the structure is done in carbon fiber, including another additional thin weave that will be utilized for non-structural outside parts. We're informed that the front bumpers weigh only 1.4 pounds each, contrasted in 4.9 for similar pieces on the 720S. The produced aluminum wheels have been made much lighter through smart outline, with the choice to utilize focus bolts as opposed to studs, making it conceivable to symmetrically plan them with 9 spokes instead of 10. Indeed, even the tag holders are intended to be anything but difficult to disconnect to shave mass and enhance streamlined features on the track. The Senna likewise gets another kind of carbon earthenware brake circle. Motorsports Review CCM are made by Brembo, which utilizes another compound with 3.5 times preferable warm conductivity over past age carbon-fired rotors, which means they can be made lighter and lighter. Track 1-sided Pirelli P0 Trufio R tires will be standard, however more street agreeable elastic can be swapped in if purchasers need. Or on the other hand simply purchase sets of each and enlist a man to swap them for you. As for McLaren, its arrangement with the Senna Foundation to utilize the notable driver's name is restricted to this auto. Assuming this is the case, that is a disgrace, as the ideal title for the generation spec BP23 3-seater would without a doubt be the Airtime. Conveyances will begin 1 year from now, and in spite of the fact that US valuing hasn't been affirmed, any putative American purchasers will definitely know whether they have made the cut. In the United Kingdom the auto costs £750,000, counting Britain's 20% VAT deals charge. That is proportionate to $837,000 before impose at current trade rates, scarcely more than the McLaren F1 cost 23 years prior.